Imagine waking up on, like, a random Tuesday. You grab that same coffee mug you've been using for, I don't know, 5 years, you look out the same window, and then suddenly you just get this overwhelming urge to pack your bags and move to a new city.
Yeah, just totally out of nowhere.
Exactly. And for you, the Aquarius listener, June 2026 is, well, it's not just a month of little tweaks. It's a month where the whole blueprint of your life gets completely rewritten. So, welcome back to Horoscope TV.
Thanks for having me back. I'm excited for this one.
Oh, same here. Today's entire conversation is dedicated totally to you, the Aquarius, for the month of June 2026. And, you're going to want to tune in right now because we're tracking some wild stuff.
Oh, totally wild.
Right? Like shocking career shifts, electric romance, and financial twists that could literally leave you rich or catch you in a trap. So we're going to give you the roadmap to handle all of it.
Yeah, because the astrological charts for Aquarius are showing, honestly, some of the most active movement we've seen all year.
It's a lot, right?
It really is. So our goal today is to deeply analyze these charts. We're going to break down the mechanics of what the planets are doing and just show you exactly how those movements play out in your normal day.
Which I love because sometimes astrology can sound like, a foreign language spoken backwards.
Exactly, yeah. We're going to use plain language so you walk away with a really solid strategy for your bank account, your routine, all of it.
That is so helpful because before we even look at the outside world, your job or your money, we really need to look inward first.
Right, you have to start with the foundation.
Yeah, and the astro data points to a really intense personal reset right at the start of the month. I mean, on June 1st, Mercury moves into the sign of Cancer. So walk me through what's actually happening in the sky there and why that matters for an Aquarius.
Well, to really get this, we have to look at the players, right? Mercury is the planet of the mind.
Okay.
It rules how you think, how you process stuff, and how you communicate. And Aquarius is an air sign.
Which basically means they're very logical. Right?
Super logical. Your baseline state is facts over feelings. You like to look at the world from, 10,000 feet up. But on June 1st, Mercury travels into Cancer, and Cancer is a water sign.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, it's the archetype of the crab. Deeply sensitive, carries its home on its back, and is just driven by pure, raw emotion.
Okay, so you're taking this super logical brain and basically dunking it into a pool of heavy water. I mean, that sounds really uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable is definitely the right word for it. When your ruling planet of communication swims into a water sign, the charts show a sudden shift in how your physical body handles stress.
Wait, really? The physical body?
Yeah, it's totally connected. See, as an Aquarius, when you get stressed out, your first instinct is to just think your way out of it. You try to build a mental spreadsheet of your problems.
Oh, for sure. Just logic it away.
Exactly. But Mercury in Cancer doesn't let you do that. It forces you to actually feel it. So you're going to notice that any emotional stress you have is suddenly showing up as physical pain.
Oh, I see what you mean. We talk about that a lot, actually. Like how the body holds on to the stuff your brain just refuses to deal with.
Right. It keeps a score.
Yeah. Like if you're super angry at your boss, but you keep quiet, suddenly your lower back just gives out, or you get this headache that lasts for 3 days.
Yes, exactly that.
And you might think, oh, I just slept funny, but it's really your body waving a giant red flag at you.
That is the exact mechanism happening here. The astro data indicates the first few days of June are really going to highlight this mind-body link.
Okay, so what should they do about it?
Well, if you're feeling unusually tired, don't just assume you need another cup of coffee. You need to analyze your emotional state. Are you carrying worry? Are you frustrated?
Right.
This is the exact time to make very small, gentle adjustments.
Hold on, though. I want to clarify something here. When we say adjustments, an Aquarius might hear that and immediately think, okay, I need to go run a marathon tomorrow or start a crazy intense juice diet.
Oh, they love doing that. They love sweeping changes. But Mercury in Cancer needs a really soft touch.
So no marathons.
No marathons. The water energy is asking for nourishment, not punishment. So instead of a grueling workout, this means researching a few healthy meals that actually make your stomach feel good.
That sounds much nicer, honestly.
Right. It means maybe taking a quiet 10-minute walk. Or if you've been ignoring this weird pain in your shoulder because you're too busy, inventing the future, June 1 is the day to finally just schedule a doctor's appointment.
Right, because if you build a solid physical foundation, you can handle literally whatever else the month throws at you. You're fortifying the castle.
Exactly. You have to patch the walls first.
And it seems like you get this really nice psychological reward just a few days later, right? Because on June 4, the moon enters Aquarius.
Oh, it's such a relief.
Having the moon return to your own sign must feel like, I don't know, finally taking off a really heavy backpack you've been carrying all day.
It is a remarkable reset. I mean, the moon represents our emotional core. It's what we need to feel safe.
Okay.
And when the moon is traveling through all the other signs, you're essentially wearing clothes that don't quite fit you. You know? You're reacting to the world through other people's filters.
That sounds exhausting.
It really is. But when it enters Aquarius, you are right back in your own skin. The charts show this massive surge of intuition. You'll just suddenly remember exactly who you are, and more importantly, how totally unique your path is.
That makes me think of like someone cleaning out their garage.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, you open the door and there are all these boxes of old guilt or, obligations you only agreed to because someone pressured you or worries about what other people think.
Yes, all that mental clutter.
And on June 4, you're just throwing all of it into the dumpster. You get to reclaim your own weird, brilliant, authentic self without having to apologize for it at all.
Reclaiming your authenticity is so vital right here because honestly, you're going to need a very clear head for what happens next.
Oh boy, why? What happens next?
Well, the very next day, on June 5, the astrological charts show what we call a malefic besieged event.
Okay, stop right there.
Yeah.
I have a problem with this kind of whiplash.
I know.
You're telling me I get to feel super free and authentic on June 4th, and then literally 24 hours later, a malefic besieged event hits.
Yeah, it's a fast turnaround.
First of all, what does that phrase even mean in plain English? And second, why do the charts throw us into a brick wall right after giving us a breath of fresh air?
The whiplash is very real. So let me explain the mechanics of a malefic besieged event. In astrology, the malefics are Mars and Saturn. They are basically the planets that represent difficulty.
Okay, the tough guys.
Right. Mars represents aggression, conflict, basically cutting things apart. And Saturn represents coldness, walls, and hard restrictions.
Lovely. So what does besieged mean here?
When a planet is besieged, it means it is physically trapped in the sky right between Mars on one side and Saturn on the other.
Oh, geez. It's like being stuck in a long hallway where, like, a raging fire is blocking one exit and a locked iron door is blocking the other.
That is a very accurate picture, actually. It's just a bottleneck of really difficult energy.
Well,
And in your daily life on June 5, this basically translates to a feeling of being completely boxed in. You might face a scenario where literally every option just seems terrible.
like getting a phone call that your car engine is totally ruined and it's going to cost thousands to fix, and then, I don't know, 5 minutes later, your landlord texts you to say the rent is going up.
Yes, the classic double hit.
You can't afford to fix the car without the rent money, but you can't get to work to pay the rent without the car. You are totally squeezed.
Exactly.
So how does an Aquarius actually survive that fiery hallway without just completely panicking?
Well, the secret is understanding the nature of this specific transit. The astro data shows that the moon moves very, very quickly.
Okay, so it doesn't last long.
Right. This trap is completely temporary. It might last a day, maybe two. But if you panic, you're going to try to break down that iron door with your bare hands, which is only going to injure you.
That makes total sense. Don't force it.
Exactly. The absolute best approach is to just freeze. Rely on your raw, cold logic. When someone demands an answer from you on June 5, you just look them right in the eye and say, I need 24 hours to process this.
Oh, I love that. You just refuse to play their game until the planets actually move out of the way.
Yes, you just step completely out of the pressure cooker. Because Aquarius is naturally gifted at detachment.
That's true. They can be very objective.
So use that gift. Hover above the problem. The pressure will break. And once that brief, heavy energy finally passes, this much larger background force really begins to take over your life.
Okay, so the tension breaks.
Right. Around the middle of the month, we see a massive snap in the tension. Because on June 20, Uranus squares the node.
Okay, Uranus, that's the ruling planet for Aquarius, right? Like the one that acts like a lightning bolt.
It is. It's the Great Awakener. Uranus rules rebellion, sudden insights, and basically the destruction of old, boring structures.
That's all fun stuff.
Exactly. Now, let's look at what it's interacting with. The node, specifically the north node, acts almost like a compass needle. It points toward your ultimate destiny or your true life path.
Okay, and they are squaring each other.
Yes, a square is a 90-degree angle in the astrological charts. And squares always bring friction.
Got it.
They basically represent two speeding cars arriving at the exact same intersection at the exact same time.
Okay, so you have the planet of sudden rebellion crashing head-on into the compass needle of your life path.
Correct.
That sounds a lot like waking up one morning and just realizing the map you've been following your whole life is completely wrong.
It's an incredibly abrupt awakening. The charts show that you will feel this overwhelming, almost physical urge to break free from any habit, relationship, or situation that just feels boring, repetitive, or fake.
Fake is the key word there, isn't it?
Absolutely. Uranus hates anything inauthentic. So if you've been sleepwalking through your job or staying in a specific town just because it's comfortable and familiar, the friction of the square will force you to act.
Now, this is where I want to push back just a little bit.
Sure, go for it.
From a practical standpoint, feeling the urge to suddenly quit a steady, well-paying job or just alter your entire life overnight just because you feel bored sounds, well, reckless.
It can be, yeah.
It sounds kind of like a midlife crisis.
Yeah.
How do we draw the line between following an astrological awakening and just blowing up our lives for no good reason?
That is the big danger of Uranus. I'm not going to lie. Uranus does not care about your comfort, and it certainly does not care about your 401k.
Right.
It only cares about the truth. But the difference between a crisis and a real awakening is your underlying motivation. You have to ask yourself, are you running away from something that's hard, or are you running towards something that's true?
Well, that's a really good distinction.
Right. If you're just tired of doing, like, annoying paperwork and you want to quit, that might just be reckless. But if you have known deep down for 3 years that your career is actively crushing your soul and you finally decide to apply for a totally different field, that is Uranus doing its job.
It's peeling back the dead layers.
Exactly. It's getting rid of what isn't real anymore.
So if you suddenly get this urge to change your hair color, overhaul your entire wardrobe, or start a new life, the advice is to not fight the feeling, but maybe, sleep on the actual execution for just a second to make sure it aligns with your real truth.
That's the perfect way to handle it. Embrace the urge, but plan the execution. And fortunately, the universe actually provides the physical stamina you're going to need to handle all these crazy changes.
Oh, good, because change requires a lot of energy.
Immense energy. And we actually have 2 major events supporting your health sector right around this time. First, on June 17, a benefic enclosure occurs in your health zone.
Wait, okay. Earlier we talked about the malefic besieged being trapped between the bad guys. Is a benefic enclosure basically the exact opposite of that?
It is the exact opposite. The benefics in astrology are Venus and Jupiter.
The good guys.
Yes, Venus brings harmony and comfort, while Jupiter brings big expansion and luck. So when a sector of your chart is enclosed by these two, it's basically like having 2 very powerful bodyguards who are also feeding you grapes.
Huh, I love that.
It acts as a powerful shield against physical breakdown.
So if you spent the entire first half of the month stressing over your job or feeling trapped by that brick wall we talked about, June 17th is the day your body finally gets to catch its breath.
Exactly.
It sounds like a fantastic day to just focus on recovery. Like just drinking pure water, sleeping 8 solid hours, and letting the body repair itself naturally.
Yes, just let the shield do its work.
Yeah.
Because you are definitely going to need that repaired energy on June 21st. That's when the sun enters the sign of Cancer.
Oh, and the sun always brings a spotlight, right? Brings heat and vitality.
It totally does. The sun entering your wellness sector basically turns all the lights on in the factory. Any lingering sluggishness just vanishes.
Nice.
This is actually the optimal window in the astrological charts to begin a long-term physical challenge. If you want to train for a long race, or if you want to finally cut sugar out of your diet entirely, your willpower is peaking right here.
So the sun just gives you that sustained drive to actually succeed.
Exactly. You won't give up halfway through.
Okay, so the body is energized, the mind is clear, and your life path is actively shifting. But let's be real. We need to talk about the fuel for all this movement.
Yes, the money.
Changing your life requires capital. You need to know what is happening in your bank accounts.
Yeah.
And the astro data for your money this month reads like a thriller novel.
It really does. It's a roller coaster.
It starts out with this incredible lucky streak, but then ends with a massive trapdoor. So let's start with the luck, June 7 and June 8.
Money gets very interesting for Aquarius in June. On June 7, the moon enters Pisces, and the Pisces energy really lights up your personal wealth sector.
Okay, and how does Pisces energy act with money?
Well, Pisces, as we know, is deeply emotional and very spiritual. So your entire approach to spending money shifts. You are not going to want to buy things that simply show off your status.
Like fancy watches or whatever.
Right. Instead, you'll want to use your money to purchase peace.
Purchasing peace. I like the sound of that.
Hmm.
That means avoiding the loud, flashy items and really just trusting your gut.
Exactly.
Like if you walk into a store and find a painting that immediately calms your nervous system, or you see a super comfortable chair that makes your living room feel like a real sanctuary, you should just buy it.
Yes, it's about investing in your environment so your mind can actually rest.
And I guess you'll feel comfortable spending that money because of what happens the very next day, right? On June 8th.
Yes. On June 8th, that same rare event we just discussed, the beneficent enclosure happens right inside your financial sector.
Oh, wow. So your money gets the two bodyguards now.
Mhm.
Venus and Jupiter are literally standing outside your bank account.
They are protecting your resources and actively encouraging growth. It acts like this amazing financial safety net.
I picture this like walking outside in a rainstorm, but instead of an umbrella that just keeps you dry, you have this magic umbrella that somehow catches $100 bills falling from the sky.
That's exactly how it feels.
It's that kind of energy where, like, an unexpected bill arrives in the mail, but in that exact same mail delivery, you get a random refund check from an old insurance policy that covers the exact amount. The math just magically works out for you.
It feels like magic, but it's really just the harmony of the planets doing all the heavy lifting.
That's incredible.
The charts indicate a brief period of just total financial security here. Money flows without friction. You do not need to check your balance every 5 minutes on your phone.
Such a relief.
The universe is fully ensuring your material needs are met, so you can focus on those larger life changes we talked about earlier.
Man, that sounds wonderful. But I'm looking ahead at the calendar and I see a pretty massive pothole in the road.
Yeah, the trapdoor.
Right. On June 25, the Sun squares Neptune. Now, Neptune is the planet of dreams, but also illusions, right? So walk me through this trap.
Okay, this is definitely the most critical warning of the entire month. A square, as we discussed, brings friction. And Neptune operates like a really thick fog rolling completely over the road.
Making it impossible to see.
Exactly. It dissolves boundaries and totally obscures the truth. When the sun, which rules your core focus, clashes with Neptune, your financial vision becomes heavily distorted.
Okay, so think of Neptune here, not just as a fog, but kind of like a financial funhouse mirror.
Oh, that's a great analogy.
Right. You look at an investment opportunity, and the mirror warps the reflection, so this high-risk, super dangerous gamble looks like a guaranteed safety net. The actual math hasn't changed at all, but your perception of it is entirely wrong.
The funhouse mirror is a brilliant way to explain it because you are completely blind to the reality of the numbers.
That's scary.
It is. In practical terms, this is when you are most vulnerable to deception. A friend might pitch you a business idea that sounds totally foolproof.
Or one of those scams.
Yes. Someone might send you an email claiming you owe money to the government and need to pay immediately. Even your own mind might trick you into completely forgetting to pay a really crucial bill, leading to huge penalties.
So if you get an email on June 25 saying you want a gift card, and you just need to click the link and enter your credit card for shipping, your usual logical Aquarius brain might actually be asleep at the wheel.
Exactly.
You might actually click it.
You really might. Which is why the rule for the end of June is incredibly strict. Freeze all major financial movements.
Just don't do anything.
Do not sign a lease. Do not buy a car. If a salesperson is pressuring you, just walk away. Wait until the fog lifts and the funhouse mirrors are put away. You need hard, boring facts before you spend another dime.
Protect the money. Got it.
Absolutely.
But, protecting the money also means protecting the place where you earn it. So we need to analyze your career sector now.
Yes, the workplace is wild this month.
It looks like a total battlefield of hidden agendas and traps. Let's look at June 10th. The Sun opposes Lilith.
Okay, to analyze this, we really must understand Lilith first. In astrological terms, Lilith represents the shadow.
The dark side.
Right. It's the repressed anger, the jealousy, the outcast energy, and all the ugly things people desperately want to hide in polite society.
Okay?
Now, the sun is the spotlight. When the sun moves into an opposition, which is a 180-degree angle, meaning they are staring each other down across the sky, the spotlight shines directly into the darkest corners of the office.
So all those polite smiles just drop. All the hidden office politics are suddenly out in the open.
All of it. Deep resentments and massive power struggles will surface. People will completely stop pretending to be team players.
Give me a real-world scenario of the Sun opposing Lilith in, like, a normal corporate setting.
Okay, imagine you're in a meeting and you suggest a brilliant strategy. The whole room just ignores it.
Annoying, but it happens.
Right. But then an hour later, a coworker who has always secretly envied your intelligence goes to the boss and pitches your exact strategy as their own original thought.
Oh, I would be furious.
Exactly. Or you might find out that a manager is actively blocking your promotion because they are personally intimidated by your skills. So they start using passive-aggressive tactics to undermine your confidence.
When someone steals your idea like that, the immediate reaction is anger. I mean, the instinct is to stand up in the middle of the office and call them a liar, or to start whispering to other coworkers to ruin their reputation.
But if you do that, Lilith wins.
Really?
Yes, Lilith wants you to roll around in the mud with them, but the astro data clearly shows that your greatest weapon here is your detachment. You are an air sign. You have to rise above the smoke.
So what's the play?
Keep your boundaries totally rigid. Let your actual documented results speak for themselves. Document every single idea you have in an email with a timestamp.
Oh, paper trails. Smart.
Very smart. Absolutely avoid the break room gossip. The person playing dirty will eventually just trip over their own shadows.
So you defeat the shadow by just refusing to hide in it.
Yeah.
You just stand in the light, do your job, and keep receipts. And it looks like doing your job well actually pays off pretty quickly. Because on June 19th, the moon enters Virgo. And Virgo is the sign of the harvest, but also the sign of, like, microscopic details, right?
Yes. Virgo energy zooms all the way in. It takes the big picture and breaks it down into individual pixels.
I like that.
When the moon highlights this sector, you will feel an overwhelming urge to organize everything. You'll want to scrub your inbox, color code your digital files, and carefully read the fine print on literally every contract crossing your desk.
I could totally see a listener asking, wait, how does cleaning up my digital folders help me fight off that coworker who just stole my idea? It sounds a bit like busy work instead of a real career strategy.
It's definitely not busy work. Think of it as psychological armor.
Okay, how so?
When the environment around you is chaotic and filled with toxic politics, organizing your desk is a way to grab the steering wheel back. It lowers your stress. But more importantly, from a career standpoint, your rivals are busy playing emotional games.
Right, they are distracted by the drama.
Exactly. They are getting sloppy.
Yeah.
So on June 19, your Virgo-enhanced vision allows you to spot the tiny catastrophic mistake in a client report that everyone else completely missed.
Oh, I see the angle now. You let the office politicians run their mouths while you quietly find the error that would have cost the company like $50,000.
And then you fix it. Raw logic, hard facts, and extreme competence will defeat office gossip every single time.
That is so satisfying.
Your leadership team is going to notice who is creating the drama and who's actually keeping the ship from sinking.
Which sets the stage perfectly for June 24,
Mm.
because then the moon enters Scorpio.
Sure.
And Scorpio is a sign that does not play small. It's all about power, control, and transformation.
Yes, it is intense. When the moon enters Scorpio, it completely illuminates your public reputation sector.
The spotlight is back.
Right. You've spent the whole month navigating the mud, doing the hard work, and proving your worth. Now you are ready to step completely out of the background. Scorpio energy is strategic. You will feel a massive surge of confidence to take charge of a major project or lead a team.
And the charts indicate that the people holding the purse strings, the bosses, the directors, they are watching you very closely. They've seen your logic in action.
They are deeply impressed.
So June 24 is the window to strike.
Absolutely. Do not wait for them to just randomly offer you a promotion. Scorpio energy demands that you claim your power.
Walk right into the office.
Yes. Walk in, present your flawless record from the past few weeks, and directly ask for the raise. Demand the respect your brilliant strategy has earned. The planetary alignment heavily, heavily favors your ultimate success here.
So you conquer the office, you protect the bank account. Honestly, now we get to the fun part of the deep analysis.
Finally.
Right. With the career sorted and the money shielded, you finally have the bandwidth to focus on romance. And the astro data shows your love life shifting gears pretty dramatically throughout June.
It goes from 0 to 60.
It really does. It starts out very quiet and sweet, but it ends at maximum speed. Let's look at June 9. Venus joins Jupiter.
This is such a beautiful transit. Venus is the planet of affection, beauty, and attraction. Jupiter is the planet of growth, luck, and abundance.
So they just boost each other.
Yes, when they meet in the sky, they heavily amplify each other. For your daily relationships, this brings a wave of just super easy harmony. You won't crave grand gestures at all.
Oh, that's nice.
If you are in a relationship, you're going to find profound happiness in the mundane.
It's finding the magic in the chores, basically.
Right.
It's not about booking a 5-star restaurant. It's about, I don't know, standing in the kitchen, chopping vegetables together, listening to music, and just feeling a really deep sense of peace.
Exactly.
Or going to the hardware store on a Sunday morning and just enjoying the fact that you're together.
The grounding energy is very, very strong. And if you are single, this transit tells you to stop looking for love at loud parties or on complicated dating
Right,
apps.
look closer to home.
Real connection is waiting in the quiet moments. You are way more likely to strike up a conversation with your soulmate while just standing in line at the grocery store or stretching at the gym. Keep your eyes open during your normal, boring routine.
That sounds incredibly sweet. But let's be honest about Aquarius energy.
Uh-oh, here we go.
They are ruled by Uranus. If things stay quiet and predictable for too long, they start to itch.
They do get bored quickly.
They need stimulation. And the sky definitely delivers. Because on June 15, Venus connects with Uranus.
Yes, Uranus is back to completely shake the table. When the planet of love connects with the planet of sudden electricity, your romantic life gets a massive jolt.
Goodbye, quiet hardware store dates.
Goodbye, routine. The routine you loved so much on June 9 will suddenly feel like a total cage by June 15. You'll experience this intense craving for total freedom and unexpected thrills in your relationship.
I imagine this like, sitting on the couch with your partner, getting ready to watch the same television show you watch every single Tuesday. But right as you grab the remote, you just look at each other, grab your car keys, and drive 2 hours out of town just to see the stars. No plan, no hotel booked, just totally spontaneous.
That is the exact manifestation of this transit. To really harness this energy, you have to actively break your own rules.
Mix it up.
Yes. If you always go to Italian restaurants, go eat food from a culture you know absolutely nothing about, go to a weird museum you would normally ignore, spontaneous dates and unusual conversations are what will reignite the spark.
Because you have to keep the Aquarius mind engaged or the heart gets totally bored.
Exactly. You have to stimulate the brain first.
And the speed just continues to increase from there. Because by the end of the month, on June 28, Mars enters Gemini.
Mars is the engine of the zodiac. Its drive, its heat, and its action. And Gemini is an air sign, just like Aquarius.
So they play nicely together.
Very nicely. Gemini rules speed, words, and ideas. When Mars moves into Gemini, the romantic passion reaches an absolute peak, but it's a very mental kind of passion.
Okay, so what does that look like?
You'll feel highly confident, extremely flirtatious, and just totally ready to play.
So if you are actively dating, this is definitely not the time for slow, quiet dinners.
Not at all.
This is the time for rapid-fire text messages that go on for hours. It's going on dates at an arcade, playing trivia, or doing something super competitive. Your brain is fully stimulated, which we know is the absolute fastest way to an Aquarius's heart.
Mental sparring is literally foreplay for an air sign.
True.
And if you're in a long-term relationship, Mars in Gemini acts almost like a time machine. It will bring back that bright, nervous, exciting energy of your very first dates. You will suddenly remember exactly why their mind fascinated you in the first place.
Wow, all of this fast-paced electric energy is thrilling. But it does bring up a crucial point. Not everyone can actually keep up with a brain that moves that fast.
No, they certainly can't.
And the astrological charts are incredibly specific about who will be your perfect partner in crime this month and who you absolutely need to avoid to protect your peace.
Yes, compatibility is huge right now.
Let's analyze that, starting with the absolute best match for June, Gemini.
Gemini is your ideal counterpart this month. You are both air signs, meaning you both process the world through concepts, theories, and pure logic.
You speak the same language.
Exactly. Let's look at the timeline we've already built. On June 4, the moon in your sign clears out all your emotional baggage.
Right, tossing the junk from the garage.
Yes. Which completely prepares you to engage with someone on a very high intellectual level.
You have room for the big ideas now.
Exactly. Then, on June 15th, a new moon occurs in Gemini, and this sparks a tremendous period of shared curiosity between you two. You both want to deeply analyze the world. You want to take things apart and see exactly how they work.
You could just sit on the floor at 2 in the morning, debating the ethics of artificial intelligence or, like, how a black hole works, and neither of you feels drained by it.
You actually feel energized.
And because of that Venus-Uranus connection we mentioned, you have this need for freedom. Gemini is the one sign that will never, ever smother you.
Never.
If you tell a Gemini, hey, I need to go sit in a room by myself for 4 hours and read a book, they don't take it personally at all. They just say, great, I have 3 different hobbies I need to catch up on anyway.
That mutual respect for independence is exactly what makes it work so well. Even when the sky throws a major curveball like Mercury moving backwards on June 29, which we know often scrambles communication and ruins travel plans, you two survive it easily.
Because you're adaptable.
Right, you're both mutable and flexible. If the flight gets delayed, you don't cry. You just turn the airport bar into a comedy club. You invent a totally fun new plan together. And when Mars enters Gemini on June 28th, the banter between you two will just be sharper and faster than ever.
So find a Gemini and hold on tight.
Effing right.
Now, on the flip side, who is the worst match? Who's going to totally drain the energy of our Aquarius listener in June?
The charts point directly to Pisces as the absolute most difficult connection for you this month.
Pisces, the deep, heavy ocean.
Yes.
Why is an air sign going to clash so badly with a water sign right now?
It's just a fundamental difference in operating systems. You navigate the world by cold logic. Pisces navigates by deep feeling, dreams, and this intense desire to merge souls.
Sounds like a recipe for disaster.
It is, and the friction starts early. On June 7, the moon enters Pisces. This transit basically floods your environment with heavy emotional demands from the Pisces people in your life.
Oh boy.
They want to sit down and process every single feeling they had that day, and your brain just wants to identify the problem, fix it immediately, and move forward.
Now, I see a problem there. If a listener hears this, they might think, well, isn't it kind of cruel to just ignore someone who is upset? Shouldn't I try to be supportive and listen to them cry? Isn't that what a good friend or a good partner does?
It's a very valid question, but analyzing the astro data shows that trying to fix them this month will actually harm both of you.
Really?
Yes, it's not about being mean. It's about recognizing your energetic limits.
Right.
Look at June 8. There is a last quarter moon in Pisces. This specific angle highlights how your natural, logical approach actually wounds the Pisces.
Wait, your logic hurts them.
Yes, you are just stating facts, trying to be super helpful, but they interpret your cold logic as a personal rejection. They think you just don't care about their feelings.
Oh, wow. So you are speaking two completely different languages. You offer a practical solution, but they really just wanted a hug. So they actually get mad at you for trying to help them.
And the misunderstanding only deepens as the month goes on. Remember the funhouse mirror on June 25 when the sun clashes with Neptune?
The fog.
Right. Neptune is the ruling planet of Pisces. Around this date, the Pisces person will seem completely irrational and honestly a bit sneaky to you. You will ask for a straight answer like, hey, did you pay the electric bill? And they will give you this long, vague story about how the energy of the house felt off so they couldn't do it.
Oh my gosh. That would drive an Aquarius's logical brain to the absolute edge of sanity. You want facts, and they are giving you confusing dreams.
Exactly. And then Mercury moves backwards on June 29.
The final straw.
It really is. With communication totally scrambled, the Pisces will take literally everything you say as a personal insult. Their desire to merge emotionally will just feel like a heavy weight dragging you underwater.
Which triggers your need to run.
You will have a desperate need to protect your personal space. The absolute best strategy is to put up clear, polite boundaries early in the month and just keep your distance until the planets shift.
Guard your space, for sure. Keep the Gemini close, but the Pisces on mute for a few weeks.
Highly recommended.
Okay, before we finish our analysis, we really need to hand over the lucky toolkit for the month. These are the specific details to keep right in your back pocket.
Get a pen ready.
Yes. Your lucky color to wear or just surround yourself with this month is turquoise. Your lucky numbers are 7, 11, 15, 20, 22, and 28.
Good numbers.
And if you are going to launch a project, have a hard conversation, or make a major life move, circle these dates. June 4, June 15th, and June 20.
Those dates hold the most potent supportive energy for your sign. If you align your actions with those windows, the charts suggest a much, much smoother path to success.
This has been a phenomenal breakdown. We have mapped out the entire terrain. But before we sign off, I really want to leave you with one final thought to mull over.
I love these.
People often talk about the Aquarius archetype as, the quirky rebel, the artist, or the person with a totally unique style. But what if your biggest superpower is not your wild creativity? What if your true superpower is actually your cold, hard logic? Think about all the astrology we just walked through. It is that exact logical mind that allows you to safely explore the wild unknown.
That's spot on.
Your logic is the anchor. It's what lets you break free from the rules, move to a new city, or completely reinvent your career without losing your footing. You can afford to fly super high because you know the math will always catch you.
That is a profound way to look at it. The logic is literally the safety harness for the rebellion.
Exactly. Well, we want to thank you so much for listening to this episode on Horoscope TV. We hope this roadmap helps you navigate the shifts and shocks of June 2026 with total confidence.
You've got this.
Please make sure to subscribe right now so you can get notified the exact moment the next episode is available. Stay brilliant, and we will see you next time.